Good afternoon, evening, whenever you see this, my loves. First of all, it is cold out this door, and it was just hot yesterday. I don't know what you're doing, Mother Gaia, but we out here though. For those of you that are new to my page or my channel, hi, welcome. My name is Symphony Thompson, and I am a self-care coach that helps millennials create more intentional and holistic self-care routines to aid them on their healing journey. And today is Motivational Monday. And yesterday is crazy because Sundays are self-love Sundays or whatever. And the past couple of days, I've really just been reflecting on the growth that I made. Like, I realized, so I've been doing the Love Circle for 3 years now. This is our 3rd year. And I realized that this is the most that I've ever looked at myself. Like, the most that I've ever been on a camera, the most that I've ever looked in the mirror, the most that I've ever paid attention to who I was. And as crazy as that sounds, like, how can you go so many years and days of your life without actually looking at yourself? But I realized that I didn't like myself for so many years. I didn't think that I was pretty. Like, I got bullied so much when I was a child, and then like growing up and then going into college and like not really being the first pick when it comes to dating and stuff like that. I just always thought that I was ugly and I wasn't worth anything. So these past 3 years, like I said, this is the most I've paid attention to myself. The most I always cared about my appearance and like dressing up. Like, fashion has always been my thing, even though I've always felt like because I wasn't the prettiest, I wasn't able to dress up. And of course, we couldn't afford it growing up either. Like, I was definitely one of those Walmart, Goodwill kids. And don't get me wrong, I still shop at Walmart and Goodwill over any name brand store because I would rather repurpose something than to spend $100 on something that I can get 5, 10, 12 pairs of. But anyway, that's not the point of this conversation. Like I said, the past 3 years these have been the most eye-opening, like, introspective. I've gained the most self-love, and it's helped me to love others, and it's helped me to understand and demand the respect and the love that I want, need, and deserve in all of my relationships. But it had to start with me. Like, be you, be a part of your own rescue. And it's so cliche, but like, I literally had to figure out who being me was, because for so many years I was the people pleaser. I was trying to be better person so my dad would come back around. I was trying to be quiet so I wouldn't bother my mom. I was trying to be invisible so I wouldn't get bullied by the neighborhood kids. I was trying to be perfect because going around your grandparents and not being dressed up or looking appropriate, like, they would think something was wrong. Like, you can't just casually dress. They would think something wrong. You can't just be quiet in spaces. People think things are wrong with you. So, like, I realized, or I learned a long time ago, that what I liked, the things that I enjoyed, didn't matter. Like, I'm the person, I'm very talkative, yes. I love to talk, but I'm also that person that loves to sit in peace and quiet. No words. Like, that's one of my favorite pastimes with me and my husband. We can be in the same space, but like alone at the same time, if that makes sense. We're in the office together, but we're working on our own stuff. We're not talking to each other. Like, I love that because I like to be quiet sometimes. I talk entirely too much, and it's not a bad thing. I enjoy talking. Hell, I get paid to do it now, and I love it. But I also learned the balance of being quiet, or as I say, the spirit of shut up. Hit you with some hush. Like, I've also learned to enjoy the beauty of being still. So, learning all of this stuff about myself over the past couple of years and learning what stuff I need to unlearn, what was really me, what did I actually like to do, like what type of music did I like. And this was something that I was just thinking before I walked out the house, but I realized that I contradict myself a lot because I say I'm a homebody, but I'm the first person that be ready to go somewhere. I'm the first person talking about traveling or something. And I realized that part of the things that I was saying was only because of fear. Like, we operate out of two emotions, fear and love. In these past 3 years, I have been learning to choose either or. Am I going to operate out of fear? Am I going to be afraid and let whatever this circumstance, situation, whatever it is, overshadow my real feelings? Or am I going to move in love? As scary as it is, as hard as it is, as confusing as it is, am I still going to show up in this space? So I realized that I was contradicting myself because I was only saying that I was a homebody because growing up, we were never able to go anywhere. When I was dating my ex, I always had to be in his room while he was doing whatever he wanted to do. So I never had the opportunity to actually experience. So it made me think back to once I finally started getting serious about myself in 2018, how I literally would just wake up one day and just drive somewhere. Like, I remember waking up one day and I decided to spend the day in Jacksonville. Just packed up one day and spent the day in Jacksonville. I remember one day I just woke up and I was researching museums and stuff that I wanted to go see. And I realized, I've never been to Myrtle Beach. I'm gonna go to Myrtle Beach. Woke up and drove 4 hours to go to Myrtle Beach just for one day because that's what I wanted to do. And I realized that's who I am. Like, I don't like to be confined to one spot. I don't like being stuck and stagnant. So in learning me and understanding who I actually am and the things that I actually enjoy, like, it's really been fun. It's like getting to know the younger symphony all over again. Like, listening to myself again, trusting my intuition, learning what feels good and what doesn't. Like, it's a rewarding experience. It's not easy because you have to be able to sift through decades and decades of societal standards and how the family does things and how what expectations you're supposed to meet. It's so hard to like step away from that, but I promise you it's necessary. On the other side of people pleasing and doing things just because that's the way it's done in our family, and accepting the bare minimum because whatever, or allowing somebody to mistreat you or talk down to you and demean you because they're your elder. Like, yes, respect your elders, but your elders have to learn to respect you as well. We have to learn to respect babies and children as well. We all have feelings. We all have emotions. Even down to animals. Everybody has emotions. So why do we not treat children and babies if they have feelings, thoughts, and emotions? Ooh, sister. Goodness gracious. I feel you. But like I said, today is Motivational Monday, so I hope that my story inspires you to continue to show up for you. Like I tell you all the time, it's not easy, but it's necessary. On the other side of fear is always love, but you have to show up for yourself first. Give that love to you first. Motivated, be inspired, be spontaneous, be forgiving, be trusting, be understanding. You deserve happiness. You deserve peace. You deserve love. Have to settle. Never settle. Settling is never an option for us. I want y'all to be blessed. Have an amazing day. Like I always say, love on yourself, love on somebody else, and fill your cup before you fill anybody else's.